Woo, out of breath. Anyways, welcome back to another video. If you haven't seen last week's video when we were out and set out our rabbit snares, you may want to go ahead and check that one out first and then come back to this one if you like. So I'll put a link for that one in the description underneath the video here, and I'll also try and put a link up on top of the screen here somewhere. So yeah, we're out today to do another check on the snares. So it was a week ago today that we put the snares out, and I was able to get out twice during the week here and do a check on the snares. So I took a little bit of footage, so I'm going to roll that here now in a second and show you guys a few clips from earlier in the week. And after that we'll come back to today and we'll check the snares again. I'll turn the camera on here and get a bit of footage of that, and hopefully we came up with a rabbit or two, and if we did, I'm going to clean up a rabbit here in the woods, and we're going to get a fire going, and I'm going to make a nice little pot of rabbit soup over the fire. So looking forward to that. Anyways guys, stay tuned. All right, so we're at the second snare now, and we got a catch. Yeah, looks like a decent rabbit too, so we're not gonna get skunked today. What is it? Yeah, decent sized rabbit. Hey, Goose, leave it. Don't you chew that up. Yeah, they're starting to turn white. Still a good bit of brown on them yet though. Goose, leave it. Yeah, it was a nice rabbit, nice big one. So the two that I got there earlier in the season were just little small ones, but got a nice big one here. Beauty. All right, so we're at, I think, the fourth snare, and we had a rabbit here last night, but he broke the snare. So you can see all the droppings and stuff. So yeah, he was tangled up here, and he broke the snare right off, right up by the stick here. So that's the thing with that brass wire. It's not the best stuff. So anyways, that's it. So I'm gonna get a new snare set back here, and this is that snare that I already caught one rabbit in earlier in the year. So there's still a few around here. So anyways, I'll get this one set back up now, and we'll move on to the next one. All right, got that one set back up. So hopefully another one will come through here in the next couple of nights. I had a little look around the area just to see maybe if the rabbit was injured and just crawled away here through the woods and died, I may find them, but no sign of them. So anyways, hopefully, like I said, now we'll get another one here, or maybe the same one will come back through. You never know. All right, on to the next one. All right guys, so out checking a few more snares here today. So this is the first catch of the day. Anyways, a bit of an interesting one here. So we walked past this snare about 30 seconds ago, and there was nothing in it. So we walked on down the trail here. I got two more snares just up right here, about 40-50 feet away, and those are the last two snares on this trail. So we went up and checked those two. There was nothing in them. So we turned around to come back. When I got just back right here, the rabbit was in the snare. So he must have been just there, hid away somewhere when we walked through the first time. And I guess he decided to dart across the trail after we walked through. So he got caught in the snare just after we walked by. So this one was still alive, so I just put him down there, and yeah, he didn't kink the snare up too bad at all, because he was only in there for a few seconds when I got him. So anyways, we're gonna set this one back now, and we'll keep going down the trail. Yeah, this one's almost completely white. So the one we got yesterday, the big one, was he had quite a bit more brown on him than this one. Yeah, they're starting to turn white. So this one's not a real big one. He's not too bad though, about average size. Well, just checking the last few snares of the day here. So we got another catch. So number 2 on the day. Still got a few more left to check. Yeah, you can see the difference on this one here. Just this one's almost still completely all brown. So the one we just caught back the trail there was pretty much completely white. So yeah, it was not a bad little rabbit here. About the same size as the white one that we got, so about average size. But yeah, you can just see the difference in this guy versus the last one. So this one's still pretty much completely brown. So they have this white up and under here pretty much year round. So that's normal. But on his back here, he hasn't really started to change color at all. He got a little bit of white up around his head and his ears and his face here a little bit, but pretty much still all brown for the most part. So interesting to see how they all change colors at different times, I guess. So yeah, anyways, that's 2 on the day. So we got a couple left to check, but pretty happy with those 2. So if we get anything in the last couple here now, I'll turn the camera back on again. But if not, that'll be it for today. So no luck in the coyote snares at all so far, but that's not really surprising. I'm not really expecting a whole lot out of the coyote snares. There don't seem to be a whole lot of them around the past couple of years now, actually. This area, I haven't been seeing a whole lot of sign. You see a little bit of sign here and there, but seemed like 5-6 years ago, it seemed like there was a lot of them around, but the past couple of years I'm noticing that there doesn't seem to be near as many. So but you never know, we may pick one up here throughout the course of the season, so we'll see how it goes. Anyways, I'll keep going down the trail and we'll check back in here in a bit. So yeah, as you've seen there on those clips, we picked up 3 rabbits here during the week. So yeah, we're just coming up to the first snare of the day now, so we'll see if there's any luck in that one. Come on, Goose. Go on. So we got the dogs on their leashes here, so they don't get tangled up in the snares. All right, okay, guys, we got a rabbit in the first snare, and he's still alive. So I gotta go deal with this, and I'll get back to you in a minute. All right, so that was quick. Very first snare of the day, we had one. Like I said, he was still alive. I think he might have just got in there. We probably spooked him into the snare as we were coming in the trail. So yeah, I just took care of him, and just a small one. He's about half white, half brown. Still a bit of brown. Actually, he's mostly white. Still got a bit of brown on top of his back here, but yeah, this will be a perfect little rabbit now to cook up for lunch. So perfect, good start to the day. Anyways, we'll keep going down the trail. Goose, leave it. Oh! Oh! Oh man. Well, just went right up past my knee in pure black mud. Filled my boot. Well, looks like wet feet for the rest of the day, but what are you gonna do? Anyways, just coming up to this coyote set right there, and it's not touched. So I got a couple of rabbit snares in behind here now. So we'll keep moving. Let's go, bud. Let's go. All right, so no luck in this one. Usually pick up a couple of rabbits here all the same, so hoping to get one here eventually. Anyways, I'll keep moving down the trail on to the next one. All right, well, we should have had rabbit number 2 for the pot, but anyways, something got at this one pretty good. So you can see all the back meat and the hind legs are all eaten, and whatever it was also ate the head as well. So not much worth salvaging on this one. So anyways, I got a coyote set right here, nothing in it, but I'm just gonna leave this guy right here for bait. So I doubt it was a fox or a coyote that ate him, because they probably would have took him and went off with him with the whole thing. But I don't know, maybe a crow or some gray jays or something. So anyways, the snare that I got him in was over here, and it was hid away up and under a big spruce tree. So I didn't think the birds would see him and get at him, but I guess they did. Alright, on to the next one. Alright, well, we're at this one that I had busted off there on the first day. So looks like something else came through here since the last check, but he kind of pushed the snare over to the side and kinked it up a little bit here on the bottom. So just gonna remake it here, and hopefully he'll be back again in the next couple of days. Little chin lifter. All right, should be good. On we go. All right, well, I'm back at this spot here that I mentioned in the last video that I may come back to, and set a bunch of coyote snares around this old moose hide that someone dumped here. So yeah, I came back after, I think I set about 6 snares down in the alders and stuff. Looked like they had all the bones and stuff dragged down through the woods. So set up a bunch of snares, but I just checked them and no luck in any of them. None of them were touched at all. So yeah, the bit of coyote sign that I seen here was pretty old. So I think they got this picked over pretty good. So maybe they moved on to a new area. Who knows? But I'm gonna try and get my hands on some fresh bait here in the next week or so, and see if I can't get them to come back around. So we'll see how that goes. Whew. Well, just stopped for a little breather here. So just the one rabbit so far, plus that one that was eaten by something. Yeah, still got a few left to check here. Anyways, we're getting our workout in, if nothing else. So yeah, walking through this crap is quite the workout. A lot different than just going for a stroll or walking on a treadmill, I can tell you that. Anyways, gotta love it. Love being out here doing this kind of stuff, so it's all good, it's all fun. Anyways, we'll go check the last few snares of the day, and then we'll head to a spot to get a fire going, clean up the rabbit, and cook up some lunch. So stay tuned. Dogs love being out here too. This is what they live for. This and food. I think we got her going here now. Everything is soaking wet in the woods here, so even the birch bark didn't want to light there first, but I think we're in business here now. Alright, so we got the fire going. So we just got the one rabbit after, and we had that one that was eaten up by something. So we're going to go ahead and get this guy cleaned up here now. So I'll show you guys how I do it. So some people may not want to see this part of the video, so I'll go ahead and put a time stamp on the screen here. If you want to skip ahead to the cooking part and you don't want to see the cleaning part, then that's fine. Just go ahead and skip ahead to the time that's on the screen here. Alright, so I always throw on a pair of latex gloves whenever I'm handling any wild game. It's a little habit that I've gotten into here lately. So wild game meat's probably some of the best, healthiest meat you're going to eat, but when you're handling them like this and cleaning them up, you know, they can carry diseases and that kind of thing, parasites and stuff, so better to be safe than sorry, so it doesn't hurt to throw on a pair of gloves. Alright, so this is how I skin a rabbit. I'm sure there's plenty of different ways to do it, but yeah, so rabbit has a really thin skin and thin hide, so you don't even need a knife to get the hide off of them. So I just start up here by the hind feet, right by the ankles, and I just start peeling it down. So I'm going to throw all the scraps into a bag here and use that for coyote and mink bait for trapping. So I'm going to come up to the other leg, do the same thing. So just start to work them down, right down to the tail. So once you get around that tail, you just keep pulling down that hide. Like I said, it comes off real easy on a rabbit. One of the easier animals to skin. Just keep pulling it down. Right down till you start to see the front legs come through. So now I just poke my finger through there and pull down. Pull the front foot through. And then I'm going to take my knife. Just make a little score there by the front ankle. And break that bone off. And cut through, cut the front foot off. So then do the same thing on the other side. Pull through. You don't even have to pull that front foot right through. You can just pull it until you get down to the front foot like that right before it comes through, and score that, break it off and cut it free. So I've seen some people eat the heads and cook the heads and stuff, but I'm not going to do that. I don't cook the head, so I'm going to go ahead and cut the head off. Goose, don't touch, bud. Alright, so there's the head and all the fur in one piece, so I'll throw that in for bait. Then you can come up and get rid of this hind foot. Still a bit of fur left right there. I missed that little bit, so just pick all that off. Alright, so now we got to deal with the guts. So I'm just going to put my fingers in, and you want to take your time here so you don't pierce the stomach with your knife, because then you're going to have a mess. So I just put my two fingers in like this and kind of push back on that stomach and the intestines, and then I take my knife and real slowly work my way down. Alright, so I cut down to the rib cage here. So now I'm just going to reach in, take as much of this stomach and intestines as I can, and pull that right out. Get rid of that. Alright, so we still got some intestines left in here that didn't come out with the stomach, so I was leading up to the tail area here. So basically all I'm going to do, might be a little bit hard to see on camera here, but I'm just going to cut through this pelvic bone on either side, like so, And then you can take out that little piece of bone, throw that in the bait pile, and then you can get the rest of this intestine that's leading up to the anus. So we'll cut that out. Alright, so that's all the guts out. So basically what we got left here now is the 2 kidneys. So I'm going to leave those attached when I cook it. And then down right here, we got the liver. So I keep the liver, so I'll cook that up later. I'm not going to put it in the soup. So I'll put that in the bag. Now we just got to get through the diaphragm here. And all that we got left are the lungs and the heart inside. So I'm going to pull that out. Lungs and the heart here. So I'm going to keep the heart. I'm not going to keep the lungs, so I'll use those for bait. Heart goes in the bag. Alright, so that's basically it for the cleaning part. So now I'm just going to break this guy down into smaller pieces. So I cut the front legs off, like so. Same thing on the other side. Then I'm going to cut the rib cage off. So I'll just cut through just behind the ribs on both sides and just cut through the backbone. Throw that in the bag. Alright, so all that's left to do now is cut the 2 hind legs off. So I just got a small pot here to cook the soup up in, so I'm not going to need the full rabbit. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use 1 hind leg and this back piece here, the back strap or the loins, I'll use some of that as well. So, and then the rest I'll take home with me, cook up for lunch tomorrow, or maybe cook it up for the dogs for a little treat. So yeah, you go ahead then, cut the back legs off. I'm going to keep this one out to cook now. I'll wash it up in the pond here now in a second. And then same thing on the other side. Sometimes you can just twist that and break that joint and make it easier. So yeah, I'll take some of this now to cook up for the soup as well. And then all that's left up here is the last hind leg. So go ahead and cut that off. Keep that for later. And this goes for bait. Alright guys, so that's how I clean a rabbit. So like I said, I'm going to get this washed up now and we'll get the soup on the go. Good dogs, yeah. Good dogs. Good pups. Good pups. Good dogs. Come here, Mom. Good girl. Well, guys, just got the soup simmering away here. So I'm going to let it simmer for probably 30 or 40 minutes, maybe, something like that. So I just put on a pot of water here to boil up a coffee to sip on while I'm waiting. But yeah, it's an absolutely beautiful afternoon here now. So this morning was a little bit wet and damp, but sky is starting to brighten up. There's not a draft of wind out on the pond. So yeah, I'm just gonna sip on a coffee now and enjoy the view, enjoy the afternoon out here. Well, there's two massive bald eagles out here overlooking the pond as far as I can zoom in. See if I can point them out here. There's one in the top of this tree right here, and there's another one in the top of this tree. Just hanging out, looking out over the pond, looking for their next meal, I guess. Beautiful birds. Wish I could zoom in a little farther. Well, time to try out some of this soup here. Smells delicious. So like I said earlier, it was a nice young rabbit, so meat should be nice and tender. Oh yeah. Oh, it's hot, but it's good. Oh man, the meat is really good. Real nice and tender. Just falling away from the bone here. Big hunk of rabbit meat. It's off the hind leg, I believe. Mmm. Molly's here drooling. What do you want, huh? You want some of this rabbit, don't you? Yeah, I'll get you a piece. Anyways, I'm gonna eat up the rest of this. I'll get a few pieces out here for the dogs too now in a minute. Give them a treat. They've been out here running all day, so I'd say they're good and hungry by now too. Aren't you? Good dogs. Alright guys, I'm going to finish up the soup. We'll check back here in a bit. What are you guys looking for? Huh? You want to taste a rabbit? Alright, got a little bit left here, so I'll give the dogs a little taste. Good boy. Here, Molly, you can have a kidney. Here. Good girl. Well, the dogs love rabbit. I cook it for them quite often at home. Well, they love any kind of meat, certainly, but rabbit seems to be one of their favorites. So, especially Molly here, Labrador Retriever, she'll eat pretty much anything. Never seen a dog love food more than Molly. Yeah, I'll put a rabbit in the oven at home, and Molly will pretty much hang out right by the oven for hours sometimes, just waiting for it to come out, because she knows she's going to get some. So yeah, the rest of this rabbit now, stuff that I didn't cook, I'll probably cook it up when I get home. Mix it in with the dog's food for supper. Give them a little treat. Well guys, got the soup all finished up, so I just started packing up my gear here. It's just after 4 p.m. here now, so it's going to be getting dark here soon. It gets dark around 4:30 or so these days. So yeah, I'm going to try and get back to the truck now before dark. So yeah, hard to believe it's after 4 p.m. already. Got out here around 9 a.m. so spent the full day out here. Anyways, had a great day. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. So I'm hoping to get out for another overnight trip here soon, but just haven't had the time to get out for one here lately. Haven't been out for an overnight trip in a while here now. So yeah, I've been doing a little bit of trapping the past few days here, and I took a little bit of footage of that, so I may put together a little bit of trapping content on the channel here. Haven't decided for sure yet, but feel free to leave a comment. Let me know if anyone's interested in seeing a few trapping videos. But yeah, other than that, that's going to about do it for this one, guys. So I just want to say thanks to everyone for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you on the next video.